This is Benny. I've been fortunate to watch him grow his gelato brand, and what captivates me is his persistence to innovate and develop new markets through authenticity. Today, we're also fortunate to have him break down on what builds Pinkies. How do you keep creativity alive under business pressure?
I think it's important to have day one mentality. I constantly remind myself to enjoy what I'm doing, remember why I started all this in the first place. From day one, I've always been excited to work with good ingredients, exploring the possibilities and how it turns into gelato or sorbet. I grew up in a family that highly appreciate food. My dad used to fish a lot, bringing home buckets of fresh fish every weekend, and he grows some of the best fruits I've ever eaten. My mom has her own organic vegetable farm in the backyard. She has chicken laying eggs for the family to eat every morning. I guess that's where the passion comes from. I studied in a culinary school in Malaysia and continued my degree in Melbourne and worked there as a cook. Then coming back to Bali, I started a coffee roastery, selling coffee to hotels and restaurants. Then COVID hits hard. Hotels and restaurants closed down. I ended up pivoting towards gelato, where I can see it as a plain canvas, where I can be much more creative with it. I guess coming from a non-gelato making background sort of allows me to go beyond the norm of gelato making.
It's obviously difficult to stand out in this digital age. What struggles do most people not know about building a brand?
Listening to the market and educating them at the same time can be tricky. We want people to come to Pinkies with an empty cup, willing to explore and try new things. We don't do cookies and cream or rum and raisin just because people came in asking for it. That's just not who we are. We want people to experience something beyond their expectations. But you have to be open-minded for that in the first place.
When you're developing a new flavor, what determines whether a flavor is worthy of release?
When my wife says it's good, well, oftenly the thought process starts from a connection to an ingredient, whether it's a dish that I grew up eating or something I tried from a place that I've been to. When the story connects and the taste turns out as I imagine it would be, it's good to go.
Could you explain the winning process in 2024? How it felt and what made your product different at the time?
It was quite overwhelming, to be honest. I didn't expect much when I joined the competition. I was facing sort of the giants in the industry. I definitely was the underdog because Pinkies were just about 5 months old back then. Nobody knew about us. Timing wise, it was horrible. The competition was held around the time my daughter was born, so I didn't have time to practice. All of the preparation was done in my head and a piece of paper. Just 2 weeks before the competition, I finally had a chance to try it out. But thank God, it worked out just as I imagined it would be. In the competition, I used 3 types of teas that I found during my travel in Kyoto as the base. Then I made orange cream that was inspired from a coffee shop in Melbourne. I used ginger flower that was inspired from the Balinese culture. And for the whole design was inspired by the Zen garden I visited in Kyoto. And everything was edible. I made the sand from caramelized popcorn. I made the stone from Okinawa black sugar, which was a gift from one of my coffee clients. I made Tori Gate from my childhood snack, Pocky. So if you ask what made it different, I guess it would be the courage to just be who I am. I was just there telling my journey, nothing pretentious.
What is Pinky's unique selling point?
Since we are an Asian-inspired, ingredient-driven gelato, We mostly use ingredients that we can find locally or in Asia. And the thought process when we create a flavor is unlike other gelato places. We don't want to compromise with our quality, so we start with the ingredient first, then we decide which tier of pricing this flavor gonna be instead of opting for a cheaper ingredient to suit a fixed pricing. Our flavors are much more complex to make compared to other places because we use multiple ingredients and cooking techniques in each flavor.
What are three of the most actionable steps that all food and beverage business owners need to take?
First of all, know your why, because that will be the reason that keep you going. Second, have a clear, unique selling point. Third, target a specific market. You just can't go out there trying to please everyone these days.
What will be the question that you would want to pass on to the next person?
Why do you do what you're doing?